If you main the fighter class in Dark and Darker, you need to know these essential tips if you want to elevate your gameplay to the next level and ensure you make it out of the dungeon every single time. I'm going to go over the build you guys want to be running first, and then I'm going to show you a match where I go into the Goblin Caves and successfully extract. So stick around if you want to make sure you maximize your potential on the fighter class. The perks and skills are truly what allow this class to be the jack of all trades, so you really want to pay attention to this part of the build. First up, we're going to go over the skills. You need to be running these two skills. There are no other skills that you want to be running besides these two. First up, we have Sprint. This is going to allow you to gain a movement speed for a short amount of time, and it is a significant boost in your movement speed. Movement speed is such an undervalued concept, or mechanic I should say, in Dark and Darker. Whether it's running away from enemies, dodging attacks, or running towards enemies to try and secure a kill, Sprint is an essential part to the fighter class. The next skill you want to be running is Second Wind. This is going to allow you to recover 50% of your HP over 12 seconds, and this is absolutely incredibly important because it allows you to attack while also healing, so you can be attacking an enemy and regaining HP at the same time instead of using bandages and health pots, which take up animation time and you're not attacking when you're using those. Going on to the perks, you need to be running Combo Attack on your fighter. This allows your attacks to increase in power by 10% with each successful melee attack within 2 seconds. The next perk you're going to want to be running is Defense Mastery. This increases your armor rating by 10%, and that may not seem like a lot, and to be honest, it isn't too much when you are just starting out and you have very basic fighter gear. But as you scale up in power with your fighter class, so does this perk. It is absolutely essential. The next essential perk that you need to have is Weapon Mastery. This is going to allow you to use all primary and secondary weapons available to every class in the game, and if it is a non-native weapon, you get a 10% physical damage reduction penalty. The main use we're going to be using with this perk is to use a bow and arrow, which is normally only allowed by the ranger class. We're going to be using the bow and arrow to draw aggro from mobs if a room has a bunch of them and you only need to be fighting one at a time to try and save your health and make sure you don't die. The fourth perk is not as important on the fighter. I like to run counterattack to make it so whenever you successfully block an attack, your move speed and your attack speed are increased by 10%. I don't think counterattack is an essential part to the fighter class build. There are other perks that you can run, such as Projectile Resistance, which reduces damage taken from projectiles by 10%, as well as Swift, which reduces the base movement speed penalty from equipped armor by 20%. Both very good perks to run. As far as the gear goes, you guys, to make sure you're maximizing both counterattack and your combo attack, I would recommend running a one-handed sword and a shield. The shield is going to allow you to maximize off of your counterattack to gain increased movement speed and attack speed, and a one-handed sword swings much faster than two-handed weapons, which allows you to capitalize on your combo attack more efficiently. Your secondary weapon needs to be a bow. Any bow will do. I have just a very basic longbow right now, and we are going to use this to attract aggro from different mobs. Outside of that, I'm not going in with anything crazy. I only have one bandage. I have very basic gear. I'm not even going to bring this ox pendant in. I have just regular plate boots, plate pants, not a very good shirt, nothing too crazy. My sword is pretty decent, but that's besides the point. Everything else is very, very standard here. Without further ado, you guys, we're going to hop into a round, and I'm going to show you how to play the fighter class. All right, you guys, here we are in the Goblin Caves, and right now is a perfect example on how to use the fighter class. So up here, we have 2 goblins that we want to kill because there usually is pretty good loot up in that room right there. So we are going to take out our bow and arrow, which we have thanks to our Weapon Mastery perk, and we are going to just grab the aggro off of this goblin right here. Now the second one isn't coming for us. This is very, very good because now we only have 1 enemy to deal with instead of the 2. Now we can successfully go up into here and take on this goblin. Here we have a barbarian who wants to test his luck, and I'm just going to show you guys the full power of the fighter here. He got 1 hit off on us, but really it doesn't matter because fighter class OP. Right there, we used our sprint as well to gain some extra move speed while we were fighting that guy. He did do quite the number to our health, however, which is a little unfortunate. Hoping we can find some potions in these chests. We have a death skull. We're going to pop sprint. Move speed. Not that it matters because we just one-shot him. And we have another bandage here. Very good. We're going to go ahead and use that bandage because any health we can get is good. That's still getting mad at us. Strafe the attack because we're built like that. And I am missing a good portion of my health here, y'all, but I'm not using my second wind ability because we want to save that for when we are fighting someone. Instead, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to make sure that this room is cleared out, make sure there's no enemies in the nearby premises, and we are just going to hop right up here, and we're going to rest to restore some of our health. Alright, you guys, now that our health is fully restored, we can get back to the fun stuff, which is looting. We're going to pop a potion of protection, and we're going to go kill this archer. See across the way. We're going to dodge these moving axes. No, we're not, but I have the protection potion, so it's fine. We'll use our shield here. Now this guy's on attack where he's going to shoot twice at us. We're going to dodge those because we're built like that. And we're going to kill. Wow, this guy is absolutely insane. And we're not trying to do anything fancy here, folks. If you're a newer player, you want to basically just get as much gear as you can and get out, just so you can build up your coffers a little bit. Right now, I don't necessarily care to take on this room because there are way more goblins than I'm going to know what to do with. I can potentially start picking them off. Let's just kite this guy over here. I don't want to use too many of my arrows because I did only bring 10. I think I hear a guy behind me. Hopefully that's the case. I get to show you guys how to fight. We're going to go ahead and drop these bolts because, quite frankly, I can't do anything with them. Alright. Let's go ahead and grab the aggro of another guy. What the fuck? A mimic out of nowhere just started attacking me. That's crazy. What? I've never seen that. That wasn't even a chest that I had opened. Is that something the bard can do? If so, that's crazy. Players do we have? We have like 3 players. We do have a portal opening that sounded below us. I'm going to check over here. It was not in this room, which leads me to believe that it was right underneath here. Let's see if my sources are correct. Oh, wow, you're not friendly. Even if my sources are correct, I'm not sticking around with this man to find out. Oh wow, there's another one right through here. How lovely. We're going to use our sprint here to kind of go through and out of storm, and right here is the portal, you guys. Again, we're not trying to do anything fancy. We're just getting what we can and getting out, especially if you are a new player. So that wasn't a crazy run, as you guys can see here. We did manage to pick up a pretty good blue spear that does +3 strength and +3 max health, and a decent short sword, which we will be selling at the traders market. So there you guys go. We were able to fight another player. We were able to kite some aggros using our bow thanks to our weapon mastery. All around a very solid dungeon run. If you like it, please like the video. If you dislike it, dislike the video. Leave a comment down below, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace.